that is a very green car. And the only thing brighter than that might be my neighbor's Prius seat. Man, is that bright! That is the 2016 Honda Civic Touring Coupe. 1.5-liter turbo, 174 horsepower, and it is crazy green. It's actually energy green pearl. If you do get up close to it, it does have a bit of a pearlized metallic kind of look to it, and it is extremely bright. But kind of like it. Let's take a closer look. Nice door panels, nice industrial design. The interior is both simple and functional, yet still has a good aesthetic to it, kind of that classic Honda minimalism. So it does have push-button start, as you can see here. We'll go ahead and press that, start it up, and you can see that the gauge cluster is completely digital, but it's digital with an analog look. So all that stuff we're looking at there is completely digital. So you've got your temperature gauge, you've got your fuel gauge, and of course you've got a number of menus and whatnot that you can scroll through here. Fuel economy, you've got turbo power that'll kick in. It'll show you can select that here. You can, promise. So fuel economy, here's your turbo readout, navigation, mechanical stuff, music, ancient cell phone, and so on. Now I'll close the door. Over here we've got our semi-frustrating infotainment system. Everything is touchscreen, and that includes volume. So there's no way to quickly turn the volume up. I mean, you can scroll up like that with it, but you kind of have to scroll down. Now, one of the cool things is you have this over here. You can do the same thing. So that actually works really well. But unfortunately, everything's kind of this menu-based system where you've got audio, and you touch that, and that's going to bring your audio stuff up, and you've got a menu, and you just kind of have to go through all these menus to kind of get anywhere, which is a little bit frustrating. Your climate control is also right here and goes onto your touch screen. So you can see, you just go ahead and touch that to wherever you need it to be. But you have to always kind of press that climate control button, which is a little bit You have the world's largest and deepest cup holder. This thing moves back, and like you could, this thing could like swallow an entire milk jug or something close to it. You've got more storage here, and like I said, this moves back and forth, which is nice. One of the other cool things about this car is when you turn right, when you put your right blinker on, the camera on the passenger side displays what's there. You mean right turn, boom. That's great for Bike Crazy Portland, where there's tons of bikers and you're always having to look over your shoulder to make sure nobody's coming. Lots of controls here, Bluetooth, menus, volume control. You've got your adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and all that. This has got a lot of tech here. You can see over on this panel here, we've got the option to turn off crash avoidance. That's going to be the upper left-hand corner, skid control, lane deviation, that kind of stuff. Focus! You may be wondering why I'm coming to you from the back seat of the Honda Civic. Well, it's because it's actually fairly comfortable, and you can get a human being in the back of it, unlike a lot of two-door cars. Now, you can see I'm not real tall, but here you can see I've got still got a few inches of headroom here. So I'm about 5'7". I have plenty of leg room and a decent amount of headroom. So I think as long as you're not like 6'3", you could probably sit back here too bad. And you know, it's really not a bad place to be. It's even got cup holders and the headrest and such. It's all a pretty comfortable vehicle, so not a terrible place to spend time if you need to spend time in the back of a two-door. For rolling stock, we have 17-inch wheels, which are painted and machined, and I think are ugly, and I wish this style of wheel would go away. But anyway, that's what we got. They're 225/50/17 Continental tires, and they ride really well. They're quiet. Their weakness is cornering. I mean, this looks like a sports car, but trust me, it drives more like a touring car, as it's the touring model. But they squeal a little bit when pushed, but overall not too bad. Just it's not a sports car. Just remember that, despite its swoopy good looks. And frankly, I do think the looks are pretty good. Styling on the new Civic Coupe is fantastic. It's swoopy, it's aerodynamic, it's racy looking, it's front wheel drive. I like the taillight treatment on this with the wraparound on the backside like this. Kind of goes up and over. And I just think it looks sleek, and they have done a good job with it. My friend Scott did point out, though, he thinks that this car would look better in a darker color that really accentuates those body lines. And it does have some swooping lines. I really like the line on the door, and that goes all the way up to the fender. You've got the side marker light there. You've got a fairly large chrome grille. I do have to wonder how that would look blacked out. But overall, I think the styling is really nice. So the car is really quiet for what it is and rides extremely well. It's very easy to drive, very comfortable, and there's plenty of get up and go. We're not under full throttle by any means, easily able to get up to 50 miles an hour here. We're about to get on Interstate 5. You can probably hear that it's quite quiet. Very little wind noise, very little road noise, and overall, it's a really nice car to drive. We're in the standard mode. In drive, I can hit the Econ button, and that'll help us with the fuel economy. So, especially on good pavement, it's extremely quiet. Much quieter than I would have expected. So, we've got the lane keeping on and crash avoidance on. We don't have the cruise control on, but it does have adaptive cruise control, which is a nice feature. Because you don't have to touch the brakes if somebody's coming up. The car will automatically slow down. But we're going to get a chance to pass here, so I'll give it a little. And that quickly brings us faster than I want to be going, so I'm going to slow back down here. But in the corners, the car handles admirably, but these tires it's definitely more of a touring setup than it is a cornering setup. The Continental tires are quiet. They are comfortable, but they're not really high-performance tires. They will squeal when pushed a little bit.